Photosynthesis!
Yay!
What'd you say?
Yay!
Let us teach you about photosynthesis! Photosynthesis! Let's get into this! Now that we know the basics, we can begin a light-dependent reaction starts in PS2. We will learn about this later, and you'll know when a photon of light is absorbed by a P680 chlorophyll in the process of PS2, the energy that is generated from this light is passed through until it reaches the center of PS2, and the electron of the chlorophyll molecules then become excited because the energy level has just been heightened. Photosynthesis!
Yay!
What'd you say?
Yay!
Let us teach you about photosynthesis! Photosynthesis! Let's get into this! The electron is unstable, so it is released. I know this is so complicated it might sound like the working of a priest. That's not all that happens in this stage. Another electron is released because it broke out of its cage. This is following the capture of another photon of light, which happens because the light harvesting station really is quite bright. Then comes a transfer of energy to the reaction center. Photosynthesis really can't get any better. The electrons are transported in one electron transport chain. I know this process is so complicated, but the plant really doesn't have a brain. Plastoquinone is really cool. It's a mobile carrier that transports the electrons. You could call it the Joule. Okay. Photosynthesis!
Yay!
What'd you say?
Yay!
Let us teach you about photosynthesis! Photosynthesis! Let's get into this!
Not all electrons stay, some get lost at PS2 and they have to get replaced. They do this by splitting water with light in a process called photolysis. So the plant doesn't have a crisis. The water is split into electrons. There are two of them, and they're the best man. The hydrogen ions and oxygen are released into the thylakoid lumen. This whole process sounds superhuman. After this oxygen is released into the air, now it is everywhere. Electrons pass through the electron chain by plastoquinone. Hydrogen ions are also doing the same thing in the thylakoid lumen zone. Now there is more hydrogen ions. This creates a proton gradient, which you better keep your eyes on. Now that there is a protein gradient in the lumen, hydrogen ions are transferred again. They get energy to combine ADP and P1. These things produce ATP, the fuel for the most living things.
Photosynthesis!
Yay!
What'd you say?
Yay!
Let us teach you about photosynthesis! Photosynthesis! Let's get into this!
Cytochrome transfers electron to the plastocyan, which is so complicated it might make your head spin. But this transports them to photosystem 1. They release energy just like before, but this time light absorbed. It can't do this on its own. It gets absorbed by P700 chlorophyll molecules, which is a milestone. Electrons get transferred to the mobile carrier called ferredoxin. Will you please stop talking? As they get transported, the electrons and hydrogen ion are combined with NADP+, but they don't get deported. They come together to form NADPH, which really is great, yo!
Photosynthesis!
Yay!
What'd you say?
Yay!
Let us teach you about photosynthesis! Photosynthesis! Let's get into this! Now if we lost you, we're going to summarize the products because when we first learned this, it lost us. The products of a light reaction are ATP and NADPH. These two things are great. Next comes the Calvin cycle. These reactions occur in the stroma of the chloroplast. It really is a blast. Energy from ATP and NADPH. They convert carbon dioxide into glucose and other products they create. One molecule of carbon dioxide combines with one molecule of ribose phosphate. RUBP is a 5-carbon molecule, which really is great. When those two get combined, it produces an unstable 6-carbon intermediate, which is very kind. This quickly breaks down to form 3-phosphoglycerate, which deserves a crown. These molecules then receive the energy to form an ATP. These two molecules of 1,3-biothiophosph create. That's great. Photosynthesis!
Yay!
What'd you say?
Yay!
Let us teach you about photosynthesis! Photosynthesis! Let's get into this!
In election from NADPH is combined with each
1,3-biophosphoglycerate.
These produce 2 molecules of G3P, 2 of G3P combined to make glucose. The next step is to bring back RUPD. This is go, but we have a problem. There is not enough G3P. Only 2 molecules were produced and we need 9 plus 3. We need to take a look at the photosynthesis equation. The chemical equation is kind of complicated. Sometimes it can make you even frustrated, but we'll put this in an easy way. So here's the equation all scientists say. 6 molecules of water and 6 molecules of CD. These molecules combined and what comes out is C6H2O6 and oxygen. For the plant, it releases oxygen for us to breathe so we don't end up underneath. Photosynthesis! Yay! What'd you say? Yay!
Let us teach you about photosynthesis! Photosynthesis! Let's get into this! Now that you know 6 molecules of carbon dioxide are needed for photosynthesis, you will understand this. The 6 molecules of CR are needed to produce 12 G3Ps. This means the steps would have to be repeated 5 more times. So in summary, 2 molecules of G3P will be used to create glucose, which is cool, not growth. The next 10 will be used for the recreation of RUBP. Now that's the Calvin cycle. Now you know and see. Photosynthesis is very complex, just like you and me.
Photosynthesis! Yay! What'd you say? Yay!
Let us teach you about photosynthesis! Photosynthesis! Let's get into this! This might be hard, but don't worry, because I'm a lifeguard. I'll save your brain from all this information. Photosynthesis really is a wonderful creation.
Photosynthesis! Yay! What'd you say?